Hey Emily, it's Lee from Amion. I thought I'd make you a quick vid. So to answer your questions, is there a cost savings when bundled as an enterprise? Not really, no. If you log into amion.com with Site, S-I-T-E, you'll see a sample enterprise. Each department in this list pays $349 a year, although that's about to go up in a month or so to $399 a year, no matter how big or small they are. So some of these groups are small, some are a little bit bigger. They all pay. This group pays $349 a year, no matter how big. Next question. Can groups be added to the enterprise at any time? Sure thing. There is a backdoor page to this group and any group like it. This group has 52 licenses. You can add to this list. It just takes like 30 seconds for us to add a group and give it a password. And after that, we'll help a scheduler build it in our scheduling program and publish it. So you could really get another department up and running in a matter of minutes. Next question, can separate schedulers be named for each group in an enterprise? Sure, yeah, you just, this group has just one person managing per group, but you could, just add multiple people and separate them with a comma. Likewise online, down at the bottom, the spot where the person's listed, this is the primary, point of contact for this schedule, but you can add as many as you want and separate them with a comma or a semicolon. That's totally fine. Let's see. Hold off on that call. It's a busy time of year for us. Next question. What are the overall benefits of an enterprise versus a separate group? Great question. So an enterprise has some intrinsic benefit. Just to be able to see all that stuff in one big list is helpful for switchboard operators. Back in the old days, you'd have to fax your schedule into the switchboard, and updates would have to be faxed in as well, and you'd end up with this massive back and forth and potential communication breakdowns. But each person in this big list, each scheduler for each department maintains their portion of this list. So it's kind of a neat way to keep a big list of who's working today across the board accurate in one spot 24/7. There's also something called Switchboard Access. So if I log into that same account with a special password, I get to do a couple things. I can see extra contact info, home numbers and cell numbers that are normally hidden from the main view that the general public sees. I can send blast pages. This will work for anybody with, they're part of a team that you get to define. If I need to send a quick message out to the burn team that includes anesthesia, derm, and plastics folks, I can do that in one fell swoop instead of having to send separate messages to each. And lastly, switchboard folks can mark this list up. If it's 2 in the morning and the person that handles the anesthesia schedule is not at their desk, of course, they can sign in and sign out the person who's the attending on call. Maybe it's not going to be Dr. Meng, it's going to be Dr. Gunk. He's going to fill in for the next couple minutes. I can add a note as well. When I click submit, Dr. Gunk and her contact info appears out here. There's a little icon that looks like two people passing off a pager. And the mouse over note says covering for Meng for a few minutes. Once we get to 9:20 West Coast time, that original person comes back online and their name comes back here. You can also sign them out for the entire shift. So those are some of the benefits of an enterprise. The switchboard account is a big one. We do a lot of online demos all the time. If your group would like to set one up, we'd be glad to do that. Concierge Service is something that's still being defined. It's a relatively new offering that we have rolled out, and it essentially means that we'll help build your schedule for you. So if this group had a cardiac surgery schedule and they said, hey, we want concierge help with it, I'd say, great, send me your services, your current schedule in whatever format you use now, give me a list of names and their contact info. I will build it into the schedule, take me an hour or two, and then I'll show you how to use it. I'll see if there are some patterns on your schedule which we can automate. This group has the same person on like all month, which is a pretty obvious one. We can build in and show people how to use and show people how to run reports. So our general support is to teach you how to use the system and help you along. Concierge is really us just doing the data entry for you at the outset. But in either case, we're here to answer any questions at any time. We're pretty robust along the lines of support anyway. you can log in and play around with that sample schedule site or site space SWI to be a switchboard person. I hope this answers some questions, and hope you don't mind the video. You're welcome to share it around. Nothing proprietary in here. Thanks. Speak to you soon.